Vietnam tourism propaganda is back at it again. After handing itself fake travel awards and paying online influencers to brand Vietnam as the cheapest place to live in, its new headline screams, Thailand tourism is finished. Vietnam rules Southeast Asia. Today, we shred that spin with cold math and facts. Thailand versus Vietnam, propaganda versus reality, and show you, without the glitter filter, who's actually winning in Southeast Asia's tourism war. Because billions in jobs and investments are hanging on facts, not fairy tales. So let's get started. Time for reality slap. Let's analyze the numbers. Last year, Thailand clocked in 35 million visitors. That's about the size of Canada with a sprinkle of few backpackers. Vietnam, energetic as it is, only clocked in 17.6 million visitors. Not bad, but barely half. Cash, Thailand's tourism revenues brought in $60 billion, which is more than Tesla's Q4 revenues. Vietnam scraped together just about $18 billion. This means that Thailand's tuk-tuk, beach bars, and elephant print pant vendors are making 3 times the amount that the Vietnamese counterparts did. And if you like global rankings, WEF still ranks Thailand at 34th in the tourism competitiveness, which places right in the middle, while Vietnam ranks at 67, wrestling with potholes, patchy English, and the infamous visa hoops. So next time you see Vietnam tourism's glossy billboard saying, Vietnam is Asia's next tourism hub, remember, they're comparing firecrackers with the cruise missile. But 2025 threw a curveball to Vietnam tourism's propaganda machine while they were running their victory lap. So fast forward to the first 5 months of 2025, and something strange happens. Thailand welcomes 14.3 million visitors, but Vietnam, punching above its weight, actually welcomed 9.2 million visitors. The headline the tourism propaganda loves is the China number. Thailand welcomes 1.96 million visitors, down 33%. Vietnam welcomes 2.36 million visitors, up 47%. This leaves over 200,000 Chinese tourists unaccounted for. They didn't teleport from Bangkok to Hanoi. Either they stayed at home because of the shaky economy and expensive overseas trips, or they rerouted to Plan B to places like Osaka, Seoul, or Singapore to clear visa rules and infrastructure being bulletproof. In other words, Vietnam's tourism chest thumping isn't proof that there's a tourism coup. It's just proof that millions of Chinese ghosted Thailand, but not because Vietnam was the main choice. I'm Ken Yeung, international business immigration attorney. For over 16 years, have helped individuals and companies relocate and invest all over the world, especially in Southeast Asia and here in Vietnam. I've seen the hype and the hard numbers up close. To see why China ghosted Thailand, we have to talk about the fear and social media. The first reason why Chinese demand for Thailand collapsed is due to the safety concerns supercharged with a viral social media post. A couple of weeks ago, a Shanghai couple posted that their friends were snatched near the Thailand northwestern border and trafficked into a Myanmar scam compound. The story snowballs. Dashcam footage, panic voice notes, and TikTok explainers. All of a sudden, every Chinese imagines that they will be disappearing between a 7-Eleven and a temple. As a result, the arrival of Chinese tourists went from 21,000 a day to only 10,000 a day in May. Fear spreads faster than a beach selfie. Second reason, massive quake time cancellations. On March 28th, a 7.4 magnitude earthquake rumbled northern Myanmar and rattled Thailand's skyscrapers just as families were packing their water guns for Songkran, the Thai New Year. Tens of thousands pulled the plug on their trips, citing aftershock jitters. A third reason why the Chinese are avoiding Thailand is the herd mentality in Asian travel. One catastrophic headline equals tens of millions of lost impressions. Asian tourists act like buffalo herds. When one bolts, the rest stampede. Thailand Tourism Authority spends millions of dollars on safety-first billboards, while WeChat counters with one single rumor and wins. This is the problem with focusing your effort on one market and not diversifying. Capitalizing on a neighbor's bad press is one thing. Keeping the momentum is another. But Vietnam's sugar high could crash fast. Thailand's dependence on $0 packages, whereby tourists are brought over by very cheap packages but pressured into spending on souvenirs and additional services, have been an issue in Thailand for many years. The locals earn little to nothing, while the buses clog Pattaya like cholesterol. Meanwhile, Chinese household debt and youth unemployment keep Chinese wallets on a diet. Today, they bargain hunt. Tomorrow, they vanish at the faintest whiff of danger. Is that what Vietnam wants? Quality tourism? So why is Vietnam suddenly Mr. Popular? One of the reasons why Vietnam's numbers are spiking is due to proximity. Fly from Guangzhou to Nha Trang in under 2 hours. Cross a border from Guangxi to Lang Seng in 40 minutes. Or hop on a budget cruise to Haiphong overnight. That is a plus over long hauls to the Andaman coast. The second reason is on perceived safety. I mean perceived. On Chinese social media, Vietnam is wearing a halo with low violent crime rates, abundant CCTV, and very few headline kidnappings. TikTokers film themselves streaming through the streets of Da Nang at 2 a.m., clutching on their luxury handbags. The clip goes viral. Boom! Trust is built. Another reason is that tour operators can flip itineraries overnight. A standard 5-day all-inclusive package to Phuket, including beaches, food, and duty-free malls, cleanly copies over to Phu Quoc or Nha Trang. Hotel/bulk rates, Vietnamese airports fast-track charter slots, and every hotel receptionist by the weekend can say Ni Hao. The supply chain simply pivots south. Fourth, currency exchange. The Thai baht strengthened this spring. The Vietnam dong did not. Suddenly, a beach holiday to Nha Trang looks like a buy one, get one deal compared to Phuket. Chinese families love bargains just as much as they love red envelopes. Passport control time. 80% of you are watching this video on a tourist visa. Smash subscribe, thump like, and ring that bell harder than a Thai tuk-tuk horn. Upgrade to permanent residency on this channel and continue to hear all the truth bombs. So now let's get back to the video. So history shows that sugar highs wear off fast. Ask Phuket about the 2018 boat tragedy. Vietnam's challenge is to turn this surge into something more durable before the crowds move on. A few years ago, a tour boat sank off Phuket, killing 47 Chinese tourists. Bookings to Thailand dropped by 40% for half of a year. But the following spring, Thailand was stamping more Chinese passports than ever. The same script will play out again as Thailand restores its sun, sand shopping vibe. Thailand is betting on the same rebound playbook. With Sawadee Ni Hao roadshows, rolling in mini expos across cities like Shanghai, Shenzhen, and Chengdu, with airline giveaways and on-the-spot e-visa approvals. Ni Hao month, September to December. Discount bundles, Mandarin-only street fairs, and celebrity travel on business class. Target 6.9 million Chinese tourists in 2025. And this leads us to a brutal metric Vietnam cannot ignore: the return visitor desert. Now it seems like I've spent hours in the desert. Let's pop back into Mosaic. 50% of foreigners will return to Thailand, but only 5% will return to Vietnam. Why? First, it's a visa problem. Thailand dangles a visa-free entry or slick online application for 60 countries. Cost, $0. Time, a coffee break. Vietnam, a patchwork of 30 days, 90 days, single, multiple, e-visas. Until Vietnam levels that playing field, the first pain point starts at immigration. Exactly where the vacation needs to be the easiest. An easy fix would be to give a 90-day multiple entry fee-free visa for the top 50 countries, which includes US, Canada, and Australia. No paperwork, no side lane services. If Thailand can wave people through, so can Vietnam. Second, service quality gap. Plenty of hotel staff are delightful, but English and service are still hit or miss beyond the 4-star bubble. When miscommunication meets aggressive upselling like, do you need a boat tour, a massage, or a tailor-made suit, sir? Guests feel hustled, not helped. A solution would be more training and tying hotel and tour guide licenses to a government-issued hospitality English badge. Hotel staff, level 1. Tour guides, level 2. Managers, level 3. Clear communication, fewer one-star meltdowns. Another reason why Vietnam is trailing behind is because of the transport scams. Unmetered taxis charging triple fares, ride-hailing drivers canceling because you don't agree to a cash side deal. After one scam, tourists uninstall the app and the future plans in Vietnam with it. Fourth, overcrowding and waste. Ha Long Bay cruises now offer karaoke party boats that out-decibel Metallica. Plastic cups bob like toxic confetti. Meanwhile, Thailand's Maya Bay locks visitor caps, bans foam boxes, and pumps out slick conservation content. Optics matter. Teach locals how to not treat the beach as a dumpster and clean up all the beaches. Pay airlines a small landing rebate so that they can reroute to Hà Giang, Quy Nhơn, and Buôn Ma Thuột instead of the traditional destinations of Nha Trang, Da Nang, and Phu Quoc. Spread the crowd, relieve overbooking, and spark new local economies. Fifth, lack of signature depth. Thailand sells you temples, Muay Thai, Michelin star street food, and a wellness industry that can fix your chakra blindfolded. Vietnam leans on pho, war nostalgia, and beautiful landscapes. Gorgeous? Yes. But after 5 days, tourists are asking, what else? Vietnam should diversify its offerings as well. Put it together and you'll see why the 95% no return rate isn't a fluke, but feedback. Visa friction, hustle culture, scammy rides, plastic-strewn bays, and creaky infrastructure all shove tourists back on flights to Bangkok. The fixes aren't rocket science, but the question is, will Vietnam pull the trigger? So here's the thing. Every time we point out the weak spots of Vietnam, people yell, stop trash talking Vietnam. And that knee-jerk defense is complacency. And complacency kills progress faster than any foreign rival ever could. So let's draw a bright line between pointless bashing and constructive criticism that actually moves the needle forward. If your best friend has spinach in his teeth, you tell him because you care. Same with Vietnam. Ignoring the visa maze, plastic-strewn bays, and the scammy taxi meters isn't patriotism. It's sabotage wrapped in a flag. Own the flaws like an adult, publish real timeline for fixes, and watch confidence soar. Thailand's Maya Bay shut down, cleaned up, and bounced back to record room rates. Transparency paid. The moment that Vietnam tackles these basics, the 95% no return rate curse flips. Tourists return, airlines add routes, and Vietnam finally earns the throne its propaganda already claims. And that is constructive criticism in action, and exactly why we shout the problem out. Because we want Vietnam to win, not coast. Propaganda is loud, but facts are louder. Thailand still leads in cash and capacity. Vietnam, buzz and momentum. Whichever flag you wave, remember, tourism is not a zero-sum gladiator match. Healthy competition lifts up the standards, not drown them out with clickbait trophies. If you are tired of recycled hype and want brutally honest takes on Southeast Asia, like, comment, and share this video. Your engagement slaps the algorithm harder than a Bangkok tuk-tuk overcharging at midnight. Need legal clarity before you buy that coastal condo or opening a boutique hotel? Drop us a line. The contact information is in the description below. On behalf of Duong Global, my name is Ken Duong. Thank you for watching this video, and I'll see you on the next one.